Hello, I'm a former DPW, and I was working there recently.
Did you ever come upon homeless encampments or people's belongings that when you worked for DPW?
Yes.
And what did you do with those items that you came upon?
The company and the supervisors would say if to throw the belongings away, like their tents and all that, and
Like what else?
their clothing,
Okay, so anything that having to do
and their belongings they got.
okay.
Would your supervisors ever tell you about the correct policy?
Yeah, I was never trained to see the policy and the rules and all that. They never told me nothing to do none of that.
You just followed the supervisor?
I just followed the boss's commands what to do, so that was about it.
And how many times would you guys show up in tandem with the police department?
It'd be like twice a day, maybe.
Twice a day?
Yeah.
Did you show up on your own more often, or was it usually with the police?
The own. And they would do it like wee hours in the morning.
Would the police have witnessed you guys destroy
Yes.
it? And they never said anything?
No. Sometimes they just leave their stuff there. So we had no choice to just throw it away. And then I'll try to come back and see where their stuff's at. So
But when someone's there, how
we
often?
would try to tell them to move slow, like nicely.
But once you've decided that you've been ordered by police to confiscate their stuff,
Yes.
do you give them any sort of receipt? Do you bag and tag it? Or does
No.
it just go in the back of the truck?
I just toss it.
So what happens at the DPW yard when these people come to get their stuff?
The belongings. Oh, I'll try to get them back, but it's too late.
It's usually gone.
It's gone.
Why is it gone?
And they sell it.
Who sells it?
The DPW workers on the weekend
Where do they sell it?
at the flea market on 16 Mission. Like if the items look good and stuff, and they say, "Oh, we can sell this. This looks good enough to sell."
Who's usually buying it?
People in the street and stuff. Public people.
When you just back one step to the yard, to the DPW yard again, was there a process when you take it to the yard of logging in that you got a bulk of items from?
No, it's just regular trash stuff.
So
we just-
you never when you went, you didn't say this pickup, the stuff in the back of this truck is from this intersection.
No. They'll just go to the big dumpster and start unloading it. And whenever that looks good to them, they go sell it on the weekend and try to make money off of it.
Did the other workers go through and just take what they wanted and then throw everything else away?
Or they'll throw everything away and then go through it.
And where do they throw this stuff away?
It's like where the dumpster's at, and they go look through it and stuff.
So do they do that at the storage yard on campus?
Yes.
They do it on the DPW
Yes.
property at
Yes.
the storage yard?
Yes.
And when they go through it, is it just the workers that confiscated the property, or do other workers at the DPW?
Just the workers that got it.
So
Pretty much crooked ones. They'll do it like when there's nobody around.
Do any of the workers decide to keep some of the stuff instead of sell it?
Sometime.
what are some things that you think they take out and try to sell?
Electronics, laptops, I see, phones, everything, yeah. Whatever
What
they
do
can
you
get.
normally do with the tents?
Oh, if they don't remove them, then they'll tear them apart and throw them away.
Were the supervisors also aware that this stuff was getting thrown away and or sold or kept?
Well, not sold, but they know that it was getting thrown away.
How did you know that it was getting sold?
I seen some of the workers and the stuff, and I'm like,
Or you've seen the workers at the
yes.
work meet?
Yeah, I did walk in there on the weekend and seen some of the workers selling stuff.
And you knew that stuff was from the pickups?
Yeah.
From the sweeps?
Yes.
Did the police know that you're taking it and you've sold it before?
They don't know that. Yeah.
Do the police know that It's just being taken somewhere. and
Yeah,
thrown away.
thrown away. That's about it.
The stuff that they're taking, can you tell it's abandoned, or you can tell that somebody probably lives there and is just gone for a minute?
Yeah, that sometimes they do that. That they leave for a while and nobody comes back. They just take it and throw it.
What happens if that person is gone, but they have a neighbor that tells you or tells the police it's not abandoned? He's gone. He's going to be
They'll
back.
still take it.
And what do they do after they take it?
And they'll try to argue and all that, fight you. That's when the cops come. Because we can't do nothing to them.
When you guys come upon the abandoned property, you go, and it's in the back of the truck. You know, the person comes back and says, hey, that's my stuff.
Yeah.
And the cops do what? What do they?
Well, they tell them it's too late, you shouldn't have left it here.
Once it's in the truck.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
It's ours.
so the policy says that you're supposed to fill out an intake form when you confiscate it and give it to the owner.
Yeah.
It's supposed to include the date, the time, the number of items, a description of the items, the location, the name of the owner, contact information, the police officer's badge number, the name of the staff of Public Works, and the staff supervisor of Public Works, along with the service request number if it's from 311. How often does that ever get done?
Not really.
Have you seen this? Have you ever filled one of these out?
No, I haven't.
No.
It's just the drivers and stuff.
So you've never actually seen
I'll just be the one that's in the truck and say,
Do you ever see the driver or the supervisor fill this out?
no. Maybe once, twice. That's it.
And this, you're also supposed to leave this notice behind to let people know that we took your stuff. Do you
Yeah,
ever see that
no,
filled out?
no.
How often is there a warning before you confiscate stuff?
Well, they give them like, I say 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
The policy of DPW is 25 minutes. Do you ever give 25 minutes?
Maybe 20 at the most.
If someone says, why are you taking my property? It's not blocking the sidewalk. It's not dirty.
Oh, they tell them, well, you can't be here. You have to keep moving.
And if they don't move, you take property.
Yeah.
And so after you've given them 15 to 20 minutes, which again is not following DPW policy,
Yeah.
anything that's left and not packed up, you just immediately confiscate?
Yes.
Do you act any differently when the police are there?
No.
The police condone it. The police are fine with this. What happens when they say, we're going to arrest you unless you give us your tent? Where does that tent go?
They'll throw it back at the truck,
And then does that
tear it
get thrown
apart. Yeah.
away? It does not get stored for evidence.
No, they'll get tossed up.
Goes to the same place.
Same everything.
We have stories of people that have lost their family's ashes, their medicine, baby books. Have you,
I never seen that yet. Yeah, not when I was there.
but when you throw away everything, do y'all ever think about what else? Some of those things that are in the tent?
No, really.
So when you confiscate a tent, do you bother emptying it out, or you just take the tent, whatever's in
Just take the whole thing.
it, throw it in the back of the truck? What happens when people go through it and find medication, personal items?
They don't care.
So they don't. So they go through all this at the yard, right? Say they find
Yes.
ashes or medication, they still just throw it away, even though they're supposed to keep it for 90 days.
Yeah, they just throw it. Toss it.
So do you even know about the policy of keeping it for 90 days?
No. Not really. Not that.
Did anyone ever tell you that the policy, unless it's a bulky item that doesn't fit into a 60-gallon container, cannot be thrown away, and that includes tents?
No. They just,
That was never part of the training.
yeah, they never.
Supervisors never mentioned
No.
that.
They just see whatever that looks out there that looks make it looks bad. Take care of it and get rid of it.
The few times that you've seen this form filled
Yeah.
out and given to the property owner, was there anything different about that situation that caused the supervisor to actually hand this out?
No.
Just random.
Yeah.
beyond your supervisor, did anyone higher up tell you the policy is to throw everything away?
Yeah, the supervisor and the boss.
Supervisor and the boss. When the police would ask you to confiscate a tent that was confiscated under threat of arrest, did they tell you to throw it away?
If it was necessary, yeah.
So the police would say, destroy this.
Yeah. Just smash it up, toss it.
If you confiscated property from multiple owners, did it all just go in the back of the same pile in the trunk?
Everything.
At the scene of an encampment, do people try to jump in the back of the truck to try to get their belongings, saying, "Hey, this"?
They have. Yeah, and they call the cops, so now that's the time the cops come.
Yeah, the people ever got away with their stuff?
No.
No.
They would try to fight them, but that's when they get arrested. So,
Did any of your coworkers ever talk about the impact that this has on people's lives?
no. They're just trying to clean up San Francisco, he said.
So when you saw people really probably emotionally impacted by having everything they own thrown away, what did anybody even comment on that?
No. Like they had no heart, nothing.
Can you tell us why you left DPW?
I didn't like the way they worked it.
Anything else? Why?
That's it. I didn't like the job either. It was too messy for me. I moved bigger, you know, so better company.
For almost 5,000 homeless people that there's no shelter capacity for and there's no treatment bed capacity for, a tent is often the only protection and safety that they have.
Yes.
Was it ever mentioned or thought about how unsafe confiscating their shelter or their property?
No.
How often did public health workers or Department of Homelessness and Supported Housing employees ever accompany you guys on these sweeps?
That's the hot team.
Never.
If you could freely say anything to your previous coworkers about this, especially now after understanding our project and us trying to highlight that all the belongings stolen, is anything you'd like to share with them if they would be open to hearing it from you?
Well, if they hear this, then, you know, it's like, it's not right to do that. You know, the people that are up there have no shelter or nothing. And you really can't, you know.
Are you currently housed?
Yes.
Can you say how you think you would feel if someone came and took your housing and all the belongings in it?
Yeah, if that was my situation, I'd be upset. Yeah, you know, that'd make me upset too.
What would you do?
Well, I would try to, you know, everything what they do out there, like try to save your only home you have. You really can't do nothing.
How would you try to get justice or accountability for somebody taking your home and throwing it away?
Well, it's like the people that are homeless really, they say they don't really got justice because, you know, they're just anybody on the street.
What would you say and what would you do at that moment when you look and see nothing's there?
I'll be upset.
Where would you go?
I'll try to go see if I could get some justice done.
Oh.
I don't know, just maybe take it in my own hands.